Okay, good afternoon everyone. Today, our group would like to discuss the topic preventive maintenance versus reactive maintenance. Which approach truly ensures system reliability? Preventive maintenance focuses on regular inspection, while reactive maintenance involved by doing maintenance after system failure. Both has its own advantages and disadvantages. In this discussion, we will compare both methods to determine which approach is more suitable in ensuring system reliability.
Good afternoon, Miss and fellow candidates. In my opinion, preventive maintenance is the better approach to ensure system reliability. This is because preventive maintenance helps to detect problem early before the failure occurs. For example, technician can inspect wiring and do testing for electrical system regularly. As a result, companies can reduce downtime and avoid sudden breakdowns.
Thank you, Candidate A. I understand that your point, preventive maintenance help companies to detect problem earlier before it occur to bigger problems. And you also mentioned about downtime. Can any of you explain how a downtime can affect a company's performance?
Yes. Reducing downtime is important because when machines stop operating, company may lose productivity, time and money. So, preventive maintenance will help avoid unexpected interruption in daily operation.
Okay, I agree with candidate B. Preventive maintenance also can improve safety in the workplace. Faulty electrical system may cause electrical shock or fire if not checked regularly. Therefore, scheduled maintenance is important to protect safety for workers and equipment. Although it requires higher costs at the beginning and save more in long term.
Okay, thank you, Candidate A. From your explanation, I can see that preventive maintenance not only improve system reliability, but it can also create a safer working environment. Despite all these advantages, some companies also prefer reactive maintenance. Can any of you give your opinion about this method?
Yes, I think some company use reactive maintenance because they want to reduce short-term costs. They prefer repairing equipment only after failure instead of spending money on regular inspection and servicing.
I am totally agree with candidate C that reactive maintenance actually also have some advantages. So reactive maintenance means we repair equipment or systems only after it fails. So due to that, this method is suitable for small companies, so they don't have to spend large amount of money for regular inspections. Besides, some equipment may also not require frequent maintenance. Furthermore, reactive maintenance can reduce short-term operating costs.
Okay, thank you, Candidate D. From your explanation, I can see that reactive maintenance is more practical for smaller companies with limited budgets. And you also mentioned about it can reduce short-term expenses. To help us understand more clearly, can any of you give a simple example?
Yes, sure. For example, a company only repair a circuit breaker after it tripped and caused a power outage. The technician fix it only when the problem happens instead of checking it regularly beforehand.
That is true. But reactive maintenance has many disadvantages. Okay, like unexpected breakdown can interrupt production and cause major losses to the company. For example, if an electrical motor suddenly fail in the factory, so the whole production line may stop. So this will affect breakdown and cost repair. So in my opinion, preventive maintenance is the most reliable.
I can see your point, candidate B. From your explanation, you said that reactive maintenance may seem cheaper, but due to its unexpected breakdown, it can lead to greater losses and operational problems. But do you guys think that reactive maintenance is completely ineffective, or are there any situations that suitable to use reactive maintenance?
I think not completely, because reactive maintenance can still be useful for less important equipment or system or companies that are small. However, for critical system, the preventive maintenance is more reliable and effective. Other than that, preventive maintenance also can increase lifespan of equipment. Machines that are maintained properly usually performs better and last longer. This may help companies to avoid replacing expensive equipment too often.
Besides that, preventive maintenance allows technician to plan repair early. And company can prepare spare part and schedule maintenance during non-working hours. So this reduces disrupt to daily operation. In contrast, reactive maintenance often happens during emergency, which creates stress and more highly cost repair.
I understand your point, candidate B, and I completely agree that preventive maintenance is more effective for large industries. However, I still believe that reactive maintenance can be useful for non-critical systems. For example, office equipments like lamps or fans can be simply repaired after failure because the impact is not too serious.
Okay, thank you, candidates. From this discussion, I can see that both methods has its own advantages and disadvantages. But before we end this discussion, I want to ask final question. Before we end this discussion, I want to ask one final question. Which approach do you guys think is more suitable for critical facilities such as hospitals, factories and data center where electrical failure can cause major consequences?
I believe that critical or important electrical systems such as hospitals, factories, data centers, preventive maintenance is necessary because these spaces cannot afford unexpected power failures, because this may affect the safety, customer trust and productivity.
Okay, so to conclude all of these, both approaches have their own advantage depending on the situation. However, preventive electrical maintenance is the best method to ensure system reliability because it reduces breakdown, improves safety and lowers long-term costs. That's all.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, candidates. From this discussion and from the points and the example given, I can see that all of you understand about this topic, which is about preventive maintenance and reactive maintenance. Okay, this is the end of our discussion. Thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone.